to another one. Okay, this is how any general motor is working. Now we have to think about as a motor. Okay, completely DC motor we are going to see today, and tomorrow we'll see AC motor. So that I will show it to you. This is how we already know that what is a DC motor. So inside that, okay, there will be a number of coils will be there. So this is a commutator arrangement. This is a carbon brush arrangement. So as I told you earlier, this coil, okay, stator coil, okay, stator coil. This is a rotor coil, armature coil. It is completely through magnet, okay, completely become electromagnet. So whenever it is giving a supply, so it is going to get okay energized from the particular external arrangement, external supply arrangement. Okay, so this is what we have seen now. Okay, that is what in a different view, different manner it is exhibited. So automatically current will be going in this direction. So whenever it is keep on rotating, okay, so another side loop of the ring will be coming to exposure to that. Because of that, current direction now will be reversed. Okay, if it is using a single coil. If you have used a multiple coils, switching off the current from one coil to another coil, okay, in the same direction, that may be helping to producing the required torque. So automatically, if you are having a number of coils, so the commutator segment also having that much segment. Okay, now it's having a one coil. Okay, two segment. So like this, two means four. Four means multiples. Okay, we have to keep on going like this. So because of that only, we are having a commutator which is separated for current direction, flow of current direction reversing. Okay, so how we are ensuring that a sliding contact by the carbon brushes over that. So in order to make it always contact and the circumference of the particular commutator, we are keeping the particular carbon brush, backside of the carbon brush, one small spring will be there. Through that spring, carbon brushes will be there. So you know carbon is a very good conductor. Carbon is a very good conductor. So and apart from that, even though it is in a carbon, okay, it is having a very, very high strength. We can able to, I think, one separate engineering field alone is the manufacturing of carbon brushes. They are identified, they strengthened. In a DC motor, when we are operating the particular motor, because of this, there is a possibility of deposition of carbon over the circumference also. So that is why it will be very, very, very smooth surface will be there in order to avoid. Suppose if it is very hard surface, what will happen? Whenever it is sliding, there's a possibility of deposition. So in order to avoid that, a very, very smooth will be there, smooth surface. And of course, so based on the operation of the machine, this carbon brushes also will be keep on okay reduce earlier. Slide because of that it may not be keep on having the same thing. It is not a metal, it is a carbon, no. So automatically we have to clean. So that is a very big disadvantage of DC machine. Because of this carbon brushes, I have to a commutator arrangement I should have. This commutator arrangement, okay, need some cleaning. Okay. Otherwise, what will happen? Sometimes a short circuit may occur. And I have to replace the carbon brushes also. This is a carbon brush which is available in the market based on the ampere rating and all. So this has to be replaced. This has to be replaced. This is a very big disadvantage of any DC motor. Okay, we continue. Okay, so now as a two coil, as a two coil, okay, so only the current is switched from one coil to another coil. Because of that, I can able to maintain the constant rotation. If multiple coils are there, how it will looks like? How it will looks like? Here we have seen that. So what is the purpose is in order to have a very high torque, in order to very high torque, okay, I should have a number of coils or more, number of coils. And in that coil also number of turns, if more means I can able to produce speed. Okay. So in a real time, okay, in a real time application, so including a, that's what here I told, including a stator, it is completely a magnetic material that that stator, permanent magnet stator is replaced with a electromagnet. If I am having a coil arrangement, okay, fixed coil arrangement that is having a stator also can be a electromagnet. What is the need is I can have my desired strength of electromagnetic field. If I want to have a very high torque and all, so my I should provide a very strong magnetic field. This is absolutely possible only by means of a electromagnetism only. So now instead of a stator coil is a stator is a permanent magnet, I am making a set a stator coil that is as an electromagnet. Okay. So automatically, if I'm providing a electromagnetic, this is providing a very high strength of electromagnetic field. Now with the same existing arrangement of commutator, I can able to get it. So there is a two different connections are there. Whenever the stator and rotor is there, no, they are having a parallel. So here if you see that stator coil also is connected to the plus and rotor coil also connected to this. So same plus coil only it's connected. Likewise, another one carbon presses is connected, okay, to the negative terminal. That terminal is also connected to the stator. This type of connection is called parallel connection. This type of connection is called parallel connection. How means if you see that if you see that I can able to show. If this is how okay. Suppose inside the motor, I can able to represent it as a symmetric diagram. So if I'm having a motor, this is a carbon brush. Okay, I'm having a yoke arrangement. This is a carbon brush, two carbon brush, through which only I'm connected to the armature coil of the motor. Okay, and now I'm having a stator. This is also electromagnet. Okay, if I am connected that particular one parallel to that. Okay, so now if I am giving a DC supply plus, here it is a minus. Suppose this is a entry of coil F, field coil, or I am producing F and FF. This is a outcome. Okay, and likewise this is a armature coil entry point. This is armature coil out point. Okay, I am mentioning. If this plus supply I have shown as shown in the video is connected to the one end of the field, in the same end it is connected to the armature means this is called parallel connection. Field coil is parallel connection. Okay, and another one means is also is possible in which I am having a coil. Okay, that is stator coil. Okay, I can able to connect. Here I am having a carbon brush. It is connected to the armature, having contact in the armature. Automatically, that will have series with that. Suppose if I am having FF, that is the leaving end of the coil, and the entering end, armature and AA. So if I am having a terminal, now I am connected to plus terminal. So what is a F connection? The current entering in the coil, the same current is only entering into the armature also. Here, what is the current that is can flow through the coil is differ from the current is entering into the armature coil. But whereas here, what is the current that is entering into the field coil, same current is only going to. That is why it is called series connection. Series connection. This is called parallel connection. What is the advantage? Why we have to go for two different configurations? Is whenever I need a very high starting torque. Okay, so automatically I preferred a series connection. I preferred a series connection. So, but if you keep on loading the machine, torque will be coming down like anything. Suppose if I draw the characteristics of any series connection motor, initially it will be exhibiting a, suppose this is a torque, this is a speed. Initially, it will be exhibiting very high torque at low speed. Automatically, when the speed increases, torque will be decreasing. But if you see a parallel connection of DC motor, it will be exhibiting slight drooping in the torque only. So it may be like this. Suppose the same torque. Okay, both will be exhibiting very high torque, but when the keep on speed is increasing, slight drooping in the torque only, but whereas but compared to the parallel connection, the amount of torque at initial very high starting torque is possible with the series connection. So whenever you want to lift any very high weight, okay, automatically at a very less speed at the beginning, very less speed means I'll prefer series motor. But whereas from the initial to up to the rated operation, rated power rating, I need only a somewhat constant torque means I have to always prefer a parallel connection DC motor. Okay, that is what exhibited there. So there's a two different connection. So here you can able to see the distinguish parallel. Okay, so this is suppose if it is a F, okay, and this is a A means F and A is connected in the same terminal, and FF and AA is connected in the same terminal negative. But as far as here, F is having, suppose this is a plus end, through that only it is entering and leaving through the coil. Okay, another end of the coil. So it is having completely series connection. There is no any parallel connection. That is why it's called series motor. Now series motor. In the series motor, as I already told, okay, whatever may be the coil, stator coil, that only is connected to the armature coil, and armature outlet is once again connected to another coil, then it is connected to the negative terminal of the supply. So here the current, okay, current is constant. Current is constant. The current is entering to the coil is same only is entering into the armature also. Okay, that is why these characteristics. They should know these characteristics. So initially very high. We can have it in ultra direction also. But whereas in a shunt motor, we will usually call it as a parallel or shunt. Okay, parallel or shunt. In this case, I can have very okay. If you see that, automatically I can have a supply which is connected to the parallel. So one end is going to the coil and another one is going to the armature. So both are connected to positive. Likewise, another end, AA end is connected to negative, and likewise another end of the stator coil is also connected to negative. That's why it's called as a parallel connection. Okay. So very importantly, only a concept of back EMF is existed in the motor only. What is that back EMF is? Whenever we are giving a supply to the particular stator coil, okay, say for example, here we are having electromagnet. This coil is usually having a very high diameter, okay, very high diameter. Automatically, it will offering a fixed resistance only, okay, fixed resistance only. Usually, very high resistance. Stator coil resistance is very high resistance because of that very low current in the 1 amp or 2 amps only maximum it can go. So if I am connected to the 230 supply, but whereas the armature coil is having a resistance in the order of 1 ohm, zero point 0.8, 1 ohm, 1.2, 1.5, like that only. So if I am connected to the 230 supply, what will happen? Automatically, it will be having 200 ampere current, it may be burning. So naturally, what is happening? According to Lenz's law, okay, according to Lenz's law, there will be a induced EMF also. So whenever current going in the particular armature arrangement, there will be a induced EMF also. That EMF is opposed the cause. As per the Lenz's law, that induced EMF is opposed the cause. Which is the opposing cause? What is the cause for this particular EMF? Rotation. Okay. So automatically that EMF is apply the that is acting against the supplied voltage. Okay, that is called back EMF. What is a very big advantage of back EMF is this is limiting the motor current. This is limiting the motor current. So back EMF is a very important concept. This back EMF is directly proportional to the speed of the motor. So that's why initially there won't be any back EMF because motor is standstill. I am giving a supply. So if I am directly given supply, what will happen? This coil will be burned. So that is why through a starter arrangement I am giving. What is the purpose of starter? The starter will reduce, apply voltage will be there, but it will reduce the current. Okay. So automatically very reduced current is given. So motor is start rotating. When the motor is start rotating, back EMF also start build up. Okay. So I can slowly increasing the current. So motor will be keep on rotating more speed. So automatically back EMF also will be built up. So automatically in any diagram, okay, so in terms of circuit diagram or in surface symmetric, I can able to explain this is how, suppose if I am having a parallel connection. Okay, this is how I can able to, this is a field coil. This is a field coil. That is nothing but here, okay, only a stator side. Okay, stator side is there. So the same terminal only I am connecting the armature coil also. So this is a carbon brush, another one carbon brush. So this is a schematic representation of carbon brush I am having. So now it is A. Suppose this is a positive terminal, this is a negative terminal. I am having a back EMF. I am having a back EMF that usually called as EB. EB having a terminal, that is a voltage which will be acting against this. Okay, this back EMF will be acting against this. This is the applied voltage. So because of that, what will happen is the resultant current, how much is the current that is it is taking. Now it is taking a current which is required for field plus armature current. Armature current is nothing but common. So what is the resistance of this coil? Okay, and what's the resistance of this is parallel. So that is deciding. Okay, this current, what is the current is going? It's having field current. And so here only armature current will be flowing through. This coil is having a very high resistance in the order of 200 ohms like that. Because of that, it can limit the current, very less current. But as far as this coil is concerned, it is having in the order of few ohms only. That is uh, from fractional to 1 ohm, 2 ohms like that only the coil. So if you are supplying the 230 voltage, what will happen? It is having very quick. So for that only, we are using a starter which is only facilitating step by step increasing of current to this. So whenever step by step increasing of the current, the motor will start rotating. When the motor is start rotating, back EMF, this voltage is starting from the 0 to some rate, some voltage. Say for example, if it is 230, it can go to up to 200 voltage, 210 voltage like that. Okay, 200 voltage like that. Okay. So result of that, what is happening is the current entering this armature, okay, will be reduced, controlled by this back EMF. It is naturally happening. According to Lenz's law, the back EMF, the induced EMF, will be opposed the cause. Which is the cause? The voltage which is supplied the cause. So automatically this back EMF is opposed the voltage. As a result of that, what is the terminal voltage minus this back EMF, minus this back EMF, okay. So only is applied to the volt, only is deciding the current. Only is deciding the current. Okay. So if this voltage divided by the armature resistance, that is only is going to be my IA. So now if you assume that 230 voltage is supplied, back EMF is 200, 30 voltage will be there. Suppose I assume that armature resistance is 2 ohms, 15 amps current only is flowing. Okay. So this back EMF is directly proportional to the speed of the machine. Speed of the machine. So only DC machine, this concept is helping. So it is a very, very important concept. What is a back EMF? Back EMF is a induced EMF in the armature of the coil that will be acting against the supply voltage because that only causing this particular to be rotating. Okay, in order to oppose the cause, so as per the Lenz law, it is opposing the supply voltage. So because of that, there is a net resultant voltage to facilitate the current through the armature is reduced. Automatically, current is under control. I need not to worry about the any burning of coil and etc. Okay, this is how you have to understand. Understand the concept? We'll go further. So this is the electromotive force EMF. So actually this is a back inside one electromotive force is there. So automatically current value is decided by the EMF in is nothing but V in supply voltage. EMF back is what is a back EMF? Okay, that voltage is that is produced in the coil. Okay, that is opposing the cause. As a result of that, what is the net resultant voltage? Difference between this voltage available, okay, divided by the resistance of the coil only is deciding the current. Okay, so here we can see that EMF back is directly to the speed of the rotor. Okay, initially at zero only. Okay, initially if it is zero, what will happen? Very high current will be flowing. Okay, and in addition to that, what are the other accessories? Is we have to provide a cooling fan which is taking out, and also a proper yoke arrangement and shield arrangement, and other things are there. So very importantly, one motor which is running in a AC and DC supply is called universal motor. So what is the purpose of, especially in our mixie? Okay, our home appliances we can able to see it is a universal motor, very high speed. Okay, maybe the particular loading is for the very less time. Okay, in that case we can able to use universal motor which is capable of running in both AC and DC supply. Okay, so with this we will complete this motor concept. I think now we are all having some idea, some concept about this motor is very good. Am I right? Some message, conversation. Now, okay, are you able to hear? Some of them mentioned that mic problem like that. Okay, any clarification? Any clarification? No, okay. We'll download the attendance sheet. So all of you unmute unmute your mic and answer my question. That is answer attendance. Mehroof,
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
Vasant Kumar,
Present, sir.
Amala Besto,
Present, sir.
Tamil Selvan,
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
Jagannathan. What about this Jagannathan, Kevin Raj? Jagannathan, Kevin Raj, Balachandar,
Yes, sir.
Prem,
Present, sir.
Steve Thompson,
Present, sir.
Venu Aravind.
We have mic problem, sir.
Who?
Venu Arvind.
Venu Aravind. Okay. Vignesh, absent. Vijay, P. Vijay,
Present, sir.
Yashwant,
Present, sir.
Vikram Selva Ganesh,
Yes, sir.
Abhishek
Yes,
Ramesh, Anas Mohammed,
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
Tejas, Tejas not present. Petroleum Engineering. Vijit Vijay,
Present, sir.
Gogol,
Present, sir.
Dorivaldo,
Sir, there is present, sir.
present. Dorivaldo.
Sir, there is present.
Tejas.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about Dorivaldo? Okay. Alex,
Present.
Gautam,
Present, sir.
Joy Josephine,
Present, sir.
Kevin Smith.
Yes, sir.
Kevin Smith is there. Okay. Lokesh Babu,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Lokesh, Pratap,
Sir, mic problem, sir. Mic problem, sir.
for whom?
Pratap, sir.
Pratap. Pradyush,
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
Vishal.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So absentees are Jagannathan, Kevin Raj, Vignesh or Dorivaldo. Dorivaldo initially I have seen was in the meeting.
Present, sir.
Not center. Okay. So
Sir,
absentees
Lokesh
are only
speaking. Sir.
3. Jagannathan, Kevin Raj, Vignesh. I think mining. Amala Pesto, you have you informed these 2 persons, Jagannathan, Kevin?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. You informed, no? Because continuously absent, I think, Kevin Raj and all. Okay. Okay. Fine.